from Donald Trump to India. Trump on Truth Social says what few people understand is that we do very little business with India, but they do a tremendous amount of business with us, Vasudha.
That's right, Veena. This comes on a day the Prime Minister of the country, Narendra Modi, has had a very productive meeting at the SCO summit with Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin. But Donald Trump has reacted to all of this, and he has said that they sell us massive amounts of goods, their biggest client, but we sell them very little. Until now, a totally one-sided relationship, and it has been for decades. The reason is that India has charged us until now such high tariffs, the most of any country, that our businesses are unable to sell into India. My colleague Ghazali joins us with more details on this. Ghazali, Donald Trump is also basically saying that India is now offered to cut their tariffs to nothing, but it's getting late. They should have done this years ago. Just some simple facts to ponder. That's what he said. A lot of it, of course, remains unverified. Tell us, Ghazali, how do you read this?
See, we know how Mr. Trump keeps, it's very significant, as you rightly pointed out, that this statement which he has put out has come on a day when Prime Minister has concluded his SCO leader summit in China. And we saw the kind of business talks happened between the Prime Minister of India with his Chinese counterpart, with Mr. Xi, with Mr. Putin, with other leaders. And even tomorrow, German Foreign Minister is in India. We have got the Singapore Prime Minister visiting India, and India is diversifying its partners. Now, Trump himself admitting the fact that India buys lesser oil as compared to Russia sort of shows a reconciliatory approach from Mr. Trump as well, not as hard-hitting as he was earlier critical of India funding Russian war or profiteering from the Russia-Ukraine war. So it appears as if the kind of message which Prime Minister's visit to to the SCO summit in China has already been conveyed, and this reaction has come from Mr. Trump unprovoked. At the end of the day, when the summit has been concluded, he yet again seems to be extending a kind of olive branch to India that they can still cut down the tariff and strengthen the trade with United States.
That's right, Ghazali. The timing of this is very significant. Also, stay with us. Donald Trump has also doubled down on the tariff matter. Donald Trump, Veera, has said that India does big business with us. He has also said that US sells very little in India. This is the big statement that's coming from him. Remember that the negotiations failed to take off after India did not compromise on agricultural markets. And also, we do have a surplus with the United States of America, but the failure of this trade agreement will also have this impact on our...
Right, Vasudha, let's go across to Ghazali as well. Ghazali, how do we read this? Is this a sense of indication that, look, we have more to lose than them? How do we infer this statement? What are you picking up?
See, Veera, since morning we have seen a kind of damage control efforts from the US administration as well, because today morning we saw a tweet being put out by the US Embassy saying that the relations between the two countries have to prosper. Then there was a quote embedded in the tweet by the Secretary of State, Mr. Marco Rubio. Just a couple of days ago, we also heard reports emerging from the United States that how Mr. Trump doesn't or has kind of cancelled his trip to visit India for the Quad Summit. Amid this, a softer tone in the approach as far as India is concerned, and also directly mentioning Russia for the third time in his Truth Social post of late since the negotiations between since the Alaska Summit. Despite having talks going on with Russia, he continues to be critical of India, and yet again mentions that India buys more oil from Russia than United States, but also kind of drops a hint that India has still not decided to cut down tariff on US goods. They still have not softened their approach. So it is more of a, even Trump wants to send out a message to India that the trade or the relations can get back on track if India also sort of accepts their demand when it comes to the trade deal.
Well, is it possible that Trump can be trumped by India? Well, that's the question mark. Thanks very much, Mohammed Ghazali. We'll keep a close watch on that, Vasudha. Obviously, that will be a big focus coming in the coming hours. But another